Hello. Really, Danny? I'm leaving it. I'm leaving it because he's silly. Hi, everyone. Welcome to Little Meatball's Nursery.
Hi, everyone.
As you see, I have Danny in here. Ethan is in here. They're both on the couch in front of me.
Hi, everybody.
Hi, everybody. I got my new hair going on. Oh, did I say I'm from Little Meatball's Nursery? Hi, welcome. Welcome. Wait, welcome if you're new. Welcome back if you're returning. If you're returning, if you're returning. I do that. I have to do that every video. That's my jam. Anyway. Yeah, well, obviously, duh, they know it's a wig. I just got my new wig today, and I'm still trying to figure it out a little bit. I forgot, you know what? I forgot. I haven't worn a wig in a while. You know, the last one I had was that pink wig that I had, that long one. We called it my Linda wig. And so that I threw in the garbage like, I don't know, last year sometime. It was just it got all frizzy and I wasn't wearing it anymore because my hair had grown in. But now I'm back at the dilemma of my hair. And as you all know already, if you watched the two previous videos, I shaved my hair all around the sides, the back. I left the top. So, you know, I'm waiting for that to. I don't want to shave it all. That would have been very dramatic. But I'm dealing with what I got, and I actually, you know what? I was just telling Jason this morning. I was like, you know what? I don't regret it at all. Like I did it. And I thought maybe, okay, you know, halfway through the shaving, I'm like, I'm fucking up. I'm fucking it up. And then, you know what? It turned out actually pretty decent. So it's workable and it's nice and cool. And I don't have I mean, listen, even with the small amount of hair I still have, it's still falling out like crazy. So I'm like, whatever, don't need to deal with all that, you know, and it just feels better to me. I don't know, you know. And it's not like I have a job I have to go out to or anything, so it's not like I have to look a certain way at a certain time of the day. So you know, it is what it is, and it's just hair. It's just hair, just like this. It's just hair, and I put this on. And you know what? I went into Jack's room and with this on, and he's like, just looking at me. He's like, he said I look like Willy Wonka. Like, what does that even mean? Yeah, you guys are just cuckoo. And Danny is the only one that actually liked it when I first showed him. And, you know, he said I could be a teacher. So that was nice that I'm a teacher, Miss Appleberry. And so, oh, Apple Smelly. Oh, thank you. That's so nice of you. Yeah, Apple Smelly good. Anyway, so, yeah, I'm still like playing with it, guys. I just got it. And you know what? Oh my God. Amazon, they always deliver to, mostly they deliver to the right place, okay? But occasionally you'll get the Amazon delivery person that just doesn't know the buildings and they don't know what they're doing, right? So we get a knock at the door, and a good thing I was pretty quick to go and get it because I was waiting for my wig. You know, it said like 10 stops away, whatever, so I knew what it was. So when I opened the door, I got the package, and at first I'm like, wait a minute, because I was waiting for something else with it. So I'm like, wait, this can't be it because the other thing isn't in here. You could feel it. And I'm like, so I opened it quick to look, and it was blackout curtains. And I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, I didn't order this to block out the light. So I'm like, I didn't order this. So I look on the address label, and it was for a different apartment in this building. So I knew it was downstairs. So I told Jack, I said, Jack, get your shoes on quick. I said, and go down there. He could get there quicker than I could. And as he's going out, I hear the lady downstairs say, where's this apartment? You know, saying my number. Where's this one? I said, we're up here. I said, hold on. We got to switch packages. She's like, I opened it. I'm sorry. I said, it's okay. I opened yours too, but I resealed it. So I guess we were both excited to get our Amazon packages. Didn't even bother to look at the address. I mean, you know, I rarely ever do that anyway. So, but anyway, so it was funny, but at least I got my wig. Cause I was waiting for this thing all day. So I was like, hell no, they ain't delivering me curtains. Hell no. I need my wig. So got the wig, and then I think it's really cute. What do you guys think? I think it's really cute. You know, I have to play with it a little, just like anything else. I mean, this is right out of the box, you know? So I tried to, you know, tussle some of these, you know, waves and curls. I do like that it has I purposely picked one that had like the waves in it, and the highlights, obviously. because this is kind of like what I was saying, but I would have, if I had my hair actually done like at the salon like this, this is the kind of cut and everything that my hair would naturally do, except I would have to use, a curling iron to get this, the curly part. But I love the highlights. But if I was to actually get them done in the salon, the highlights would be a lot more like a bleach blonde, not like this kind of red, I guess, strawberry color. I guess that's what you call it, because they try to blend it with the color of the wig. But it's very pretty. It's very pretty. I really like it. I would do my real hair like this any day, you know. But I got the salon look without the salon price. See? So I'm not. I'll tell you guys exactly. I got this on Amazon, obviously. I wish I could tell you the brand. I could have somebody go get the box. Ethan, go get the box, the wig box on my desk in the room, please. Ethan, his headphones. Can you please go get the wig box for me? It's on the desk, so I could tell everybody the brand and the color. So I think it's really adorable, and especially for the price. Okay, you guys want to guess? I mean, it's really soft. And it has the nice highlights. It's definitely a quality wig, not like, a Halloween type wig. This is more of like, going out on the weekend type, deal. Or whatever. This could be, I mean, I don't know how it'll hold up. Some hold up better than others. It says you could put heat on this. So here's the name of it. It says it's 100% soft and silky hair texture from Avena, maybe? Avena? You're going to see it backwards. So it's AIIVNA. Oh, here. Yeah, that's how you spell Avena. And this is the short wavy bob. 16 inch. The perfect length. It says care instructions. Comb hair with a brush or a wide comb to detangle. Wet hair with cool or warm water. For bonding extension, select an oil-free shampoo. Do not use any regular shampoo, as the conditioning agents will loosen the bonding glue. Okay. Gently shampoo hair and rinse. Use a detangling spray designed for weaves and braids. See, I have no idea. If you desire a shine, use an oil-free shine spray. I don't think I'm going to mess with it at all. I think I'm just going to leave it. It's not like I'm going, like I'm going out every day with this. This is just like for videos. So, and not every video anyway, but I just, I wanted something like that I could feel a little, glamorous with, and so it comes in a nice box. If you're like sending it to somebody, it's a nice gift. Christina, you won't. Christina doesn't need any more hair. Okay, she has plenty for everyone. Okay, in fact, you should have just gave me some of your curls, girl. Okay, and you could have just sent those to me. It comes with, it comes in the wire, the wig net, and then with stuff with tissue paper. This is the wig cap. Comes with a nice wig cap. So I mean, it's it's nicely boxed. If you did want to send it to someone, they did have other colors, but I will tell you this. And this is another reason why I got this color, because they did have one that was a darker brown undertone, and then the highlights were bleach blonde, and that's the one I really wanted. However, this was the only color that was on sale. You hear that, Ethan? It was on sale. So that's the one that Sandra went with. The sale one. I wanted to try it out first and see if it's a good wig. If it's, if it holds up and I liked it. Stop. Excuse me. Stop. Okay. So, then I'll see if I, how it holds up, and if I liked it. I didn't even know if I was going to like it on, got to try it on just like clothes, And so, I really do like it though. So, the other colors were around between $22 and $27. all the same style, same brand, same exact everything. I mean, that's how Amazon works, really. That's how it works with toys, clothes, everything, okay? Um, Even nose rings, because the other colors were more expensive. So anyway, I always go, if I could, if as long as it's not yellow or orange or something like that, I usually go with whatever is on sale, okay? So this color, I don't know if it's still on sale, it might be, was 14 and change. So I got this wig for $14, I think 14.69, and all the other colors were, like I said, 22 to 27. So I think I got a hell of a deal, okay? So I'm happy with it. I think the color's cute. That's why I put this dress on. I thought it matched really cool with the highlights. So, you know, hey, it is what it is. I think it's adorable, and that's that. So if anybody's interested, it's called Ivina, Aiivna. Okay, so we got that out of the way. All right, so I was gonna put, I don't think these really match with me today. No, see, I was gonna do, I originally had these on earlier, and they kind of match because they have the brown kind of leopard. Well, no, that's not leopard. What is that? Like a tortoise. I think it's like a tortoise shell. Is that a tortoise, guys? I don't know. I think it is. I think it's a tortoise. So my kids should be telling me, and they're very, very dirty, darling. I was I was wearing them all day. They look cute up there. Let's see how long they stay. I don't think they're going to stay very long. Okay, so no, you know what? I don't even need them really, right? You want to see the wig? You want to see the wig? All right. I just always feel, you know what I feel like? I need height in the back. And in fact, I was looking at ones at first that they actually have wigs that are in the beehive style. So for all you youngins who don't know what the beehive is, you know, back in the day, they used to wear, like, I remember my grandmother telling me, my mother saying that they used to wear the beehive so that this part, the crown of your hair, was higher. You know, there was a bump here. Your hair was high up here, and then it would be very long. So I always loved my hair like that, with it higher up here in this area, you know. And in fact, I don't know if you guys remember, they were called Bumpits. And they were sold on an infomercial at first until they went into the stores, like as seen on TV kind of thing. And they were these plastic, basically they looked like blocks, maybe plastic blocks that had little teeth in them, but they were all different sizes, so it was like a half moon type shape. And so the part that you would put on your head was a little curved, and then it would be like an inch or 2 inch, and it would be all, you know, up here. So you would take your hair and pull it over the bump, and it would give you this, you know, area that looked like your hair was raised like that, you know, but the piece was underneath it. And I wore that for a couple years. I love doing my hair like that, because you could put it in there and leave it, like, just clip it, or you can, like, then put it in a ponytail and you have the bump there. It looked so cute. I loved it. You know, it's a little extra step, gives you a little something extra, you know. But it looked cute. So I'm always, like, looking for new things to do, you know. And, you know, but as I'm getting older, it's like you don't want to do, like, I remember my mother. Oh my God, she would wash her hair. She had so much hair. She would wash her hair, condition her hair, leave-in conditioner. Then she said it was too limp, so she would have to curl it. She would blow dry it first with the round brush all the way around, underneath, everything. Then she would take the curling iron and go the opposite way with everything, and then brush it through. Then she would use the straightener. I'm like, why are you doing that? You know? And this is in Florida heat, mind you, okay, by the way. So she would do all that and then go to the beach. I'm like, Mom, what the hell are you doing? You know, like, no. Okay, that's way too much work. Especially if you're going to the beach and you're going to go in the water, laying the, you know, in the sand. I mean, come on. But anyway, that was my mother for you. She really, I got to give it to her. She really took a lot of time to work to do with her hair. You know, and I mean, I always did my hair, but I don't do all that. Like, my sisters did that too. I never was into straighteners, hair straighteners. I was more into the curling irons, the crimping irons, because I always liked volume to my hair. I never liked how I looked with the pin straight straightener hair. And they were so into that at one point because, I guess that was what was in, what was popular, but I always liked, what?
If you leave it on your hair too long, your hair can come on fire.
Yeah, it could burn. You could burn your hair. Sure, very smart, Danny. Yep. If you leave the curling iron on or the straightener, you sure could burn your hair. I remember my mother telling me that back in the day, they didn't have no hair straighteners. They used to lay their hair. She used to lay her hair on a ironing board, and she would use my grandmother's iron and iron her hair straight. And that's what they used back then. So, I mean, hey, you right? You do what you got to do. And this piece is going to bother me. You see? Like I have to find and that's what would, see, you have to see the little pieces. That's what was bothering me. I remember now about the last wig I had. I got to really fix it. And anyway, I don't want to mess with my wig too much today. But anyway, so I got my coffee here. So I have, what is this? This is caramel pecan. Is this caramel pecan coffee? It's caramel pecan coffee, flavored coffee. And then I have my half and half and sweetener. And then I decided to try, because remember, I was talking to you guys about fall and pumpkin. Pumpkin this, pumpkin that, pumpkin this. So they were actually all out already of pumpkin creamer, which I was shocked and I wasn't, because when it first comes out in the store, everybody goes crazy, right? So I decided to try, and I've always wanted to try it, and I never actually did. My husband's saying he remembers me getting it before. I don't remember getting it ever before. It is the cold foam creamer. So, you put, no, it's it's the consistency of like a loose whipped cream, like a very loose ready whip, kind of like when you lose the air or whatever in the whipped cream can, but you still have cream in it and you're trying to get it out and it's like loosely coming out. That's what it's like. Okay. The flavor is incredible. The flavor I got was pumpkin. I got pumpkin spice. I think is it just pumpkin? No, there's something else in it. It's pumpkin something else, but it's pumpkin something. I don't know. Tastes very pumpkin-y. That's all I know. Okay. It's really good. It is really good. But I can't at least use it, just use that as the actual cream in the coffee. I still have to use the half and half, and then you just top it with that. I mean, it gives it a nice extra burst of flavor, a hint of, whatever. But I was going with that. And with the way I drink coffee all day long, you can't use that in every cup of coffee. It's too sweet, but it just makes the top of the coffee sweet, because once that's gone, then you're still, in other words, it doesn't mix together unless you're gonna mix it. But what's the point of that then? Just get a pumpkin creamer. I would get it again, but on occasion. I wouldn't permanently make it part of my coffee regimen. Is that what it's called, a regimen? Yeah. Okay. Just want to make sure. So got my coffee. It's nice and hot. Jason just made a new pot. I don't know if he made a half a pot, a whole pot. I don't know what he did, but because we only have a couple coffee filters left, and I ordered them this morning, but they're not going to be here till Monday. So I have to have at least 2 pots for tomorrow. We have at least 2 filters, right? And then, my pot for Monday morning. So do we have 3? Yes. Okay. You know what? And if not, my mother always I remember my mother used to put a napkin as a coffee filter. It would make a mess, but it would work.
Use a sock.
No, thanks. Use a sock. Ooh. Maybe if it's brand new. I know. I would rather have no coffee. But I do have those strong paper towels. I could use one of those. So, if I had to. But, you know, at least they're ordered, whatever. So, I have a few things to show you and discuss today. Number one, let's just put it out there. Tommy has sold. I don't know if you guys seen the for sale video day before yesterday, because I have since taken it down. I actually took it down as soon as it sold, as soon as he sold, because the video was basically just a for sale video. There was no really, you know, not much content in it as far as anything else. So I was like, I'm not going to leave it. Usually I would just mark it as sold, you know, and leave the video up. But I said there's nothing really, you know. So he has been adopted, and he's going to a wonderful new mommy. He's going to be loved and cherished there. And if not, you know, she's always free to rehome him, resell him. You know, I don't take offense to that. If somebody gets a baby from me and they just don't bond or don't like it, sell them, you know. Hey, we all do it, you know. Sometimes you see a baby and you're like, wow, that baby's gorgeous. And then when you get him, you're like, no, this isn't for me. Lord knows I've done that zillions of times. So please, you know, don't feel like, you know, you got to keep him for any certain amount of time. You know, whatever, do whatever. But I think you're going to love him. I'm not going to say, I don't know what kind of wink that was. It was like the whole side of my face went with my eye. Sorry about that. I think I'm just getting used to this wig. It's kind of a little tight around this side. I gotta adjust it. But anyway, yes. So Tommy has been sold. That was the Marnie sculpt. And he is going to a wonderful, wonderful new mommy. And she does have a YouTube channel. So you will see him again soon. And I hope she does a box opening on her channel. And if not, that's okay too. I know she's very, very busy. And, you know, that it is what it is. And whatever, you know, whatever she decides to do. I'm just happy that he is going to you. And because I know that he'll be very well loved and cared for with you. So, you know, that's always nice when you sell a baby and you know who it's going to, and you know you've watched them before, and you know you just know the situation, because a lot of times it's hard to part with a doll, especially one that you really loved. And you know, even though it's just a doll, you know, it's a, you know, an item, really, you know, it's still, you know, it brought you some kind of joy, right? And you just want to make sure that it goes to someone who's going to take care of it, you know. And you know, that I'll leave it at that. I'll leave it at that. We won't go too deep into that conversation today. But again, thank you from the bottom of my heart. Thank you so much. Okay. And it did help out with a little, well, of course I had to get my wig, but you know, other than that, you know, I did get quite a few things for Christmas, which I can't discuss right now because my kids are here in the room. But it did help out with that. And so, yeah, we're gonna just move along. You know, school is in how many days, guys? 3 days. 3 days. Woo, woo, 3 days. Woo, woo, 3 days.
Yay!
3 days.
Yay!
I'm actually excited.
Believe me, I'm counting down that
He's
shit.
probably not.
So they have Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday, and then Wednesday is the first day of school. Ooh. And that is also going to be our giveaway drawing video day. So don't forget to stay tuned for that. And it's just going to be an overall happy day. It's going to be like happy, 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 woo, woo. Definitely going to be singing that day. Sure. Dad's going to say no,
It
but
is so cold.
anyway. So I'm enjoying my cold foam pumpkin. And it does pair nice with the caramel pecan coffee. My husband's like, oh, that's going to be too sweet. But really, the coffee itself is not sweet. It's just flavored, you know. And then you have to add sweetener to it. So, you know, and like I said, it just stays at the top anyway. Until, you know, it doesn't even really like mix. Unless you take a spoon, you know, and you mix it. But that. So, let me show you guys. Okay, so I was looking on Amazon. Once again. And, you know, I think I have one more set of nails, so I was looking to see what they had. Um, of course, everything new is going to start to come out now because it's, you know, right, it's coming upon the holiday season, you know, going back to school into fall. That's when all the holiday stuff starts pumping out, you know, all the new stuff. So, Danny, I love your singing, but I can't talk with you singing, okay? All right, thank you. So, I was looking at the nails and I came across some new ones they had out.
No.
And so I grabbed this pair because I haven't seen any of them like this before, and I wanted to make sure I got them. What?
No, I'm talking to Ethan about his schedule.
Okay.
It says your
And
schedule.
so I grabbed this pair, and I have two other new pairs in my cart right now. Guys, I can't. Guys, hold on one sec. Okay. I told them to go inside because I guess Jason just got an email with Ethan's school schedule. So they're going to go over that. Anyway, so Danny found out, before I show you the nails, Danny found out who his teacher is going to be this year. And he also found out that one of the classmates that were in his class last year is going to be with him this year. So it made him feel a little better. Going back to school is always a little nervous, you know, even though he's going back to the same school, you know, he's happy knowing who's in his, at least one person that's in his class, and his teacher is actually the same teacher that he had last year. So she moved from second grade to third grade, and he is again in her class. So that's really wonderful because she's a great teacher and he really loved her, and she loved him too. So that, you know, worked out really great. So he's happy now to go back. Where before he was a little nervous. I mean, I'm sure he's still going to be a little bit, you know, going back the first day of school after summer, but hey, you know, at least it's better this way, right? Okay, so back to the nails. So I have two other sets in my cart, which are gorgeous, by the way. But this pair I had to grab because I had a feeling that they were going to go quick. So they're brand new. It says it on the thing, #1 nail brand. Okay, they are Kiss. They are Gel Fantasy Dream Dust, they are called. Okay, so it is a sculpted nail and it says glisten it up. So they are glittery nails. And of course, you know me with the glitter, guys, okay? Now they had only this color and then I think a yellowish orange glittery color, but you know I wasn't going to get those. So this was the only other option for the glitter. So I got them and here they are. Look at these. Oh my gosh. I am so excited to wear these, guys. You have no idea. Look at how purple and glittery they are. I don't even know. Are these long? But you see, these new, brand new. They're new. And they're called, wait, do they have a color? I don't know if they put an actual color on them, but they said they're long. Printed with soy ink. Does it mean the box, I guess? But anyway, aren't they really beautiful? I wish you guys could see the whole, like, because of the ring light. You see how they glitter? Like they're all glitter nails. They're all sparkles. And they're in this pretty like plum color. There we go. There we go. There we go. They're really pretty. Oh, I can't wait to put these on. When I seen them, I was like, oh my God, they're so cute. You know, I love anything glitter. I just hope they're not like, when you put them on, they're not like, varnished because they look a little like, I don't know if they're smooth to the anyway, kind of let's see. I'm wondering now if they're like, well, I don't want to open them. We'll soon find out because yeah, these are grinding to a melting. I like to say melting. They're melting to a point. You know. And so I'll have to soak these off and then these are next. So these will be on probably, I don't know, before next weekend they'll be on. So, and it's Saturday, guys. I know I don't do Saturday videos, right? I told Christina, I was like, my wig is coming today. She's like, oh, God, I can't wait to see it on video. There you go. There's my gray. I can't wait to see it on video. And I'm like, what? Wait, I don't do Saturday videos. Meanwhile, I've been doing Saturday videos for the past 3 Saturdays. Like, fuck, I might as well just take Saturdays, you know? No, but like I said, once the kids go back to school, it'll be different because, you know, they'll be in school all week and I'll be doing videos all week. And, you know, the weekends they're home. So, you know, got to do stuff with them. So, this will probably be my last Saturday video for a while because, I'll be able to do them all week long. Can't wait. I can't wait. I'm so excited. As Becca would say, I'm so excited. I love you, Becca. So, in fact, I started watching Rockin' with Becca earlier, and then I had to stop it. So I'll have to start that again after this. But Becca always makes me smile. I love watching that. Okay, so, look, aren't the highlights pretty? I can't stop playing with my hair. It's so cute. All right. What's next? Okay, so next we're going to talk about... Okay. I did something a little naughty, maybe. We are going to get to the baby. I got a new outfit for Daniel that we're going to put on him together. But first I want to tell you about a couple things in Dolly news. It's a Dolly news time. Okay, so, of course... You know, like I said, everything's coming out for Christmas. So I've been looking at, you know, toys, dolls, things, you know, retro stuff, what have you. And, okay, there's too much, like, chitter chatter in the back here and there, okay? Can you guys just please? So I was looking at Amazon again, and I come across pre-orders for the new Gem and the hologram dolls. Okay, so we all know already that they released Gem, you know, the main character, and I had gotten her from Walmart and I returned her because to me she looked like a drag queen, plain and simple. Okay, I think I got a bad one. Her face was so small and her body looked so big compared to her face. So I wound up returning her. And now they have, first I seen Aja. Okay. And she is the blue hair one. And I had her for, my mom, well, Santa had brought, me that one for Christmas with Gem. So I got Gem and Aja, the blue hair one. So I remember those dolls so clearly. Okay. That Christmas was a good Christmas. All right. I loved the hell out of those dolls. They were so gorgeous. I played with them all the time. I still remember like the exact tights that were on that doll because I would put them on Barbie and use them as a hair bow and just everything, okay? I was a big Barbie girl back when I was little. I loved all kinds of dolls, but I love Barbie dolls. I loved Barbie dolls. I think I went through my baby doll phase when I was kind of younger, and then as I got to like 7, 8, 9, 10, Barbie dolls were the thing. Like every time we would go in a toy store, that's all I wanted. I wanted to look at Barbie, wanted to get Barbie, that was it. So, when I seen the blue hair one, I was like, oh my God, she must be next in line to be released for Gem and the holograms because Gem was already released. So it said pre-order being released January 2nd. So I was like, okay, hey, I could do that because that's right after Christmas. You know, I don't have to worry about, you know, spending the money before Christmas that I really shouldn't be on Gem dolls, you know, for myself. So I could do that. I could do the pre-order. So I did the pre-order for the blue hair one. I'm like, yes, you know, I was like, okay, well, maybe I should get Gem then again. You know, maybe I'll get a better one. Maybe, you know, it'll be different than the first one. Maybe they're, you know, making them better. Maybe they, you know, they got some feedback from people and were like, hey, what, you know, what's going on with this Gem? And maybe they did it a little better, right? Because I've seen other ones, you know, Christina got one and it didn't look that bad. So, you know, maybe they're making them better. Anyway. So I'm like, okay, maybe I should get Gem to go with Aja because those are the two I had. So I'm looking for Gem. What pops up?
It's truly outrageous.
Kimber. It is. It's truly outrageous, Jason said. So wait till you hear the price. So anyway, good thing, like I said, good thing they don't be released till January 2nd. So anyway, so then I'm looking and I see Kimber, the redhead one. I'm like, oh my God, I have to get that one too. I have to pre-order. So, and then they had Shayna, the purple one, purple hair girl. So, whatever, I wind up ordering, okay, I pre-ordered all of them. Okay, I don't know if they're going to come out with the Misfits. I don't know if they're going to, I mean, if they come out with Pizzazz and whoever else, I mean, who knows? Okay, maybe that's like the next set. I don't know. I hope they don't like come all out at once because I can't, that's excessive, But the pre-order, I'm assuming like it holds your place, right? It holds you one, and then you don't have to actually pay for it until it ships. So I wouldn't actually have to pay for them until, January or whatever. January 2nd when they come in stock. Now, okay, but let's try and even things out here because it's still a lot less than a Reborn. So we got to keep that in mind. So Gem is $35, which I'm not understanding that because she was 25. She was $24.99 at Walmart. And she was $24.99 on Amazon until now. So I don't know. That's why I'm saying maybe this is a re-release. Like maybe that was the first batch. They got feedback and then they went back and redid Gem. I don't know. Fingers crossed, But so Gem is now 35. And each other of the band members are 45. So, that's what? That's like $100 for all four of them. Which is still, like I said, a lot less than a Reborn. Okay. So, they look really cool. I mean, they come with she has her electric guitar and the other one has they have everything that they're supposed to have. The outfits are, almost identical and they're just made a little, I don't know, they look a little bigger to me. I don't know. But you know what? Jem was a bigger doll to begin with. I mean, there was no way in hell she could share clothes with Barbie. Forget about it. So, they had to have separate wardrobes and all that. But I think they do come with an extra outfit each, which is really nice. It would be really nice if they started releasing actual Gem outfits that you could buy separately, like they used to do. So that would be cool. I really like that. I remember going into Woolworths with my grandma and my grandfather, and they would be hanging up, I remember, Barbie outfits that were like stuck with some kind of sticky stuff onto cardboard, and then it had the plastic sheet over it. And I remember going in there and seeing all the Barbie outfits from the 80s and stuff, and I'm like, I want this one, I want that one. I would be pulling them off the rack. And I spent a lot of time at my grandparents' house when I was little. And they would, when they would take me out places, because we used to go out to eat a lot and stuff. And when they would take me out places, they would always buy me some kind of toy to bring back to the house with me to kind of keep me occupied when my mother wasn't there. So, that was always fun. At least I got to, get a bunch of new stuff. But, at one point we lived with them when I was real little, though, But, I had these memories. And Jason always says, oh, you can't remember when you were that little. Hold on, guys. Okay, anyway, it was Walmart. So, Jason's like, when I tell him these things that I remember, he's like, how do you remember? You were so little. You can't remember those things. And I do. There's things that I remember. I think that, when you're that little, there's certain things that stand out in your mind. And then later on, I think you can remember them. I mean, who knows, right? I'll always remember that cherry tree. My grandpa would put me, they lived near a park, near Tibbetts Park, I think it was. And at the end of the road was, one of the entrances to the park. And I remember these swings. Remember the swings you would go on that were all metal with the metal chains, and then it had the metal seat and then the metal piece that goes between your legs, like the metal bar.
They have the metal chains, but not the metal.
Yeah, it's like for it's kind of like for a little kid, a baby swing, like the, it was all silver metal, and then it had the metal thing that, you push up in the chains and then you pull it down. So I remember going on that swing, him putting me on there. I remember there was cherry trees all around, and my grandfather would pick cherries off of them. So I don't know. That's just a memory I have. I remember it was cold. I had a jacket on with like a snow hood, and I was running to the swings, and he was, trying to get me. So I don't know, who knows? But those are happy memories. So maybe, my brain in a way is trying to tell me something happy instead of always negative shit. So I'll take it. Um, yeah, so those are just, I don't know, just a couple of memory things that I remember. I loved Woolworths though. I remember going in there with my grandfather when we were waiting for my grandmother to get off work, and in Cross County in Yonkers, and we would go sit on the twirly stools, and there would be that big thing of hot pretzels on the counter, and he would get me a hot pretzel or a grilled cheese, and we would sit there and wait for my grandmother to get off work. But anyway, those are happy memories when I was a little girl. Okay. What else? Oh, so the gem dolls. So I did that naughty thing. But you know what? It's not too naughty because, again, don't got to pay till January. So, not too naughty. But I'm not going to miss the opportunity to have the whole set of gem dolls brand new, even if they look a little off, so what? I'll deal with it. So then I was looking, through doll kits, again, of course, I was looking through doll kits, trying to find that special one to make to look like Ethan. So it's like the missing puzzle piece for my collection here. So, I went through all of McPherson this morning looking for a kit. And, I did a screenshot of maybe 5 that I actually liked. I went through every single kit that was available. Bountiful Baby has nothing, hardly anything in stock. Everything is like out of stock, sold out. So, I showed my husband a few of them, and one of them, he was like, I think is how it was painted though. You can't, and that's why it's hard to find a kit, because you only see how it's painted in the prototype. And sometimes they're not like how you would want it. So, it's a little difficult, but I did find one that actually I kind of went full circle with, because I liked that one in the beginning before I even looked through everything. And then after I looked through everything, I still went back to that one. So I think that says something about the kit. I'm not going to say, what it is, because I'm not sure yet, because also Amanda has a kit that she's willing to part with for me. But I'm not going to say who that one is either. One is asleep, one is awake. So that's something to think about as well. And one has a more expressive face, I would say, while the other one is more serious. So it's a lot to think about, and then I have to picture each kit painted by Anna, because that's who I'm going to send it to. So decision, I can't even say the word. I'm so excited about it, or undecided about it, should I say? But it's going to take me a little bit longer to decide, pros and cons of each one. So, but I will decide within the week. So, while I was looking, I came across this, I don't know if it was an ad or just like an article from Good Morning America. And I guess the American Girl doll company, and Kitty, if you're watching, listen up. I know you love American Girl dolls. They just came out with a new plush line of the historical American Girl dolls. So this line was made for the younger crowd, like toddlers, in that age, to experience the historical American Girl dolls without, worrying about the hair or, small pieces and that kind of thing. Each plush doll is 13.5 inches, and it has the yarn hair, and they have the exact outfits. of the original American Girl dolls. They each come with a little book that says, the little meet book. So if you get Samantha, it's like, meet Samantha, and it comes with the little, and it's made for toddlers, for small hands. So that's cool. And the dolls are adorable. I mean, they're dressed, so Samantha is dressed in her historical outfit with her hat and the way she has her hair and everything. And, they have each one, Josephina and Addie and all of them. Molly looks adorable. And the price is $60, 60 each. So it comes with the plush 13.5-inch doll and the little book, which is about half the price of the actual doll. And, I mean, it's cute. I think it's a cute idea. They did it really tastefully. I feel that it looks really nice, So that's something new. So if anybody's interested in checking that out, they are available on their website at the moment. So go check them out. So I thought that was really cool. I thought they were cool. Like if I had little girls, I totally would get the whole set. I think that is adorable. I really do. Okay. So now we're going to get to the baby of the day. The baby of the day. It is getting hot in here now. It's getting hot in here. So take off your wig. I am getting so hot. I'm going to take my wig off. It is getting a little hot, babe, with the wig too,
Yeah.
It adds a little extra heat. They all left. So now I could act a little crazy and wild because the kids aren't in the room.
Is Danny there?
I just said the kids aren't in the room.
Oh.
Yeah, it does get a little, I forgot that the wig does hold in the heat like a hat.
Well, let me shut the blinds.
I mean, it is breathable. Yeah, you could shut the blinds. It is breathable. It has the net and everything. It's cute. I think it's cute. I'm getting very, very used to it. I like it. I like it a lot. I know everybody was probably getting ready for me to just rip my wig off and throw it on the floor. Hey, I might if it gets that hot. Don't got to worry about that, right? I'm sure you're allowed to rip your wig off on YouTube without any red flags. What? No flags. Oh, now you can really see the highlights. Look at that. I think it's so beautiful, the color. Actually, it's like a caramel color. Very pretty. How do you say it, babe?
Say what?
The caramel color?
Caramel.
The caramel. I don't know where you're from, man. From Boston?
Boston. From the Bronx.
The way you say that, caramel. Oh, actually, it might be a little Irish accent. I don't know. I don't know what kind of accent that is. It's the caramel. It's not. It's caramel. Maybe because we used to live next to Carmel, New York, and then that's how it was said. Carmel. That reminds me of Carvel now. Now you're going to make me hungry for a soft serve. Oh my God, Carvel was the best. If you guys have a Carvel near you, you know how lucky you are, okay? We grew up with a Carvel right down the street. We used to drive down there after dinner sometimes and get a soft serve cone. Oh my God, they were so good. That's actually one of the first places that Jason took me. No, were we dating yet? No, I don't think. This chain keeps tangling. I think we were just friends at that point, and we were just hanging out together. I mean, we went to Carvel. But, we were never allowed to, get anything extra at Carvel. It was like, you either get chocolate, vanilla, or twist on a cone, and that was it. Sometimes you were allowed to get sprinkles, but other than that, no. And I remember my brother always wanting these crazy toppings on the ice cream, and my mother's like, nope. But then sometimes we would just go down and they would grab flying saucers, the 6-pack of the what are they, ice cream sandwiches, right? But with
like a hard Oreo.
Like a hard? What the hell? Where are you from?
Hard.
Why are you talking like that? It's freaking me the fuck out. You're like hard and caramel. Where the fuck are you
I
from?
don't know. Maybe I'm having a stroke.
God, I I hope not. Oh my God. Anyway, so yeah, like the sandwich, the ice cream sandwiches, but like with the chocolate cookie that had like the scalloped edges and then the ice cream in the middle. I always wanted the chocolate ice cream, but of course they only give you like 2 chocolates and 3 vanillas, something like that, with a mixed one. And of course my brother and my sister always took the chocolate. I was like, but hey, they were younger. All right. All right, so let's get to the baby. See, the foam sticks around. It sticks. It's all right. I like it. I do. I like it. Okay. So, oh wait, first let me show you these. Hold on. Okay. So before we get to baby Daniel and dress him, I was going to say change dress at the same time. Dress him in his new outfit that I will show you in a minute. I wanted to show you this this little plushie collection of Daniel Tiger's Neighborhood. So, of course, my Daniel loved Daniel Tiger's Neighborhood when he was little. He still will watch it on occasion. If I put it on, he won't ask to watch Daniel Tiger anymore, but if I put him on, he will watch it with me. Okay. And there's a lot of cute ones. I still like Daniel Tiger. I think that he watched a lot of Daniel Tiger around the same time that PJ Masks was so popular. And he loved PJ Masks. I mean, there was nothing above it, but this was second, I would say, at that time. I remember, okay, so this first little guy, this is Daniel, for anybody that doesn't know, Daniel Tiger's Neighborhood. It is a spin-off of Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood. So they made it into a cartoon, so it is all animated, but they used a lot of the same characters in it. So this is Daniel Tiger, and he is the main character. And they show him with his family as the main, situation. And then these are his friends. So when Danny was little, it was his first trip to Toys R Us before they closed it over here. We had a Toys R Us not too far from here. And I would go in once in a while, but honestly, I never went Christmas shopping there or really any kind of shopping there. Toys R Us for us was more of a place to go to look at all the toys and see what toys you wanted, and then go find them at Walmart or Amazon for less. Okay, because Toys R Us, let's face it, they always jacked up prices. The prices were always high as they could be. Okay, so we would just go around, look. Occasionally they would find something that, and I would pick them up a little something. So this was Danny's first trip to Toys R Us. And they happened to have the little Daniel Tigers, and I thought it was the cutest thing because at the time he was starting to like Daniel Tiger. And also, to be honest, I was watching Daniel Tiger while I was pregnant with Danny because I would watch it with Ethan because Ethan was only 5. So I would watch it with Ethan, and he liked it as well. And when we were trying to pick a name for Daniel, there was a couple other options. And 2 of that were in the running with the top 3 were Reuben, which I still love. I think he would have made an adorable Reuben as well. So Reuben and Levon, which I thought that was different too. Jason liked Levon from a song, I believe. So those were cute names, though. I still think that would have been adorable. But anyway, so at the time, my youngest sister, Michelle, she was pregnant with her son. And she decided to name her son Anthony. Now, Anthony, so she named him after my mother's father. Okay? And so my godfather, my mother's brother, his name is Daniel. So since my sister was picking Anthony in honor of my grandfather, my mother's father, we thought it would be nice to honor my uncle, my godfather, and name our son Daniel after him. but I still wasn't too sure because I didn't like the fact, honestly, that I felt like my mother was kind of pressuring me a little bit at the time because she was telling me, oh, well, your sister's naming, her son Anthony, after your grandfather. Can't you name your son, Daniel? She said it's an adorable name. I said, yeah, it's cute. It's cute, but I like to be, different, And my sister always said, I remember when I had my first son, Jack, Michelle was like, she's like, why do you not pick any Italian names for your kids? And I'm like, because number one, I'm not all Italian. Okay. I'm also Irish and American Indian. And why do I have to pick a certain name like that? If I find another name that I love, why would I have to stay within the Italian names? So I just found, I don't know, I just didn't like her little attitude about it. So when my mother told me the whole story about how, oh, she picked Anthony, can't you pick? I felt a little pressured, to be honest with you. And you really should never pressure a pregnant woman. Okay. So I felt a certain kind of way. I let it sit for a little bit. I didn't, say anything. I had a little ways to go yet. And then I would watch Daniel Tiger's Neighborhood with Ethan. And we would sing the song together. We made it a little bit funny, changed up the words a little bit. It was cute, So then I was like, you know what? Because we weren't really, I guess, none of the other names were really, I don't know, sticking really well. And I said, you know what? It'll make my mother happy. And the name is nice anyway. And to be honest, Daniel, I don't think is really an Italian name anyway. It could be. Is it? Is Daniel an Italian name? I mean, I know many Italian families that have like a Danny in the bunch, but is it? I don't know. Yeah. So, when my sister told me that, so why did you name your kids any Italian names? I felt like telling her, go shove it up your ass. She made me so pissed off. But anyway, so like I said, I was watching the show. And then, we went to the hospital. I don't think I still was 100% sure. But my mom was here. My mom came here to help out when I went in the hospital to have Daniel. So she was actually with me because Jason had to stay home with Jack and Ethan. Because like I said, Ethan was only, 5? And Jack was 7 or 8. So he had to stay home. They came to the hospital initially. Jason was in the operating room with me while I had the C-section, and my mother was watching the 2 kids down in the cafeteria. They got balloons and, whatever. So then when I went back in the room, Jason stayed with the kids. They seen Danny, whatever. Then after a couple hours, he went home with the kids, and my mother slept at the hospital with me overnight. But it wasn't that bad until I think the second night. Then I think she was getting a little aggravated with everything, but she did pretty well considering. So, so I kind of, because I knew she was going to be here, when I had him, I think I kind of gave in before she flew out here. And I was like, oh, guess what, guys? No, I decided I'm going to name him Daniel after all. So that's how Danny kind of got his name. But I think it helped a little bit that we had so much fun with Daniel Tiger before he was even born. And when he was a toddler, I bought him everything Daniel Tiger that I could find. He had shirts that had on it said Daniel Tiger. And in fact, I remember one time when we were at the pediatrician's office in the waiting room, and he had this red Daniel Tiger shirt on, and it said Daniel Tiger. And so when there was another little kid with his mom, in the waiting room, and the nurse came out and she called us. She's like, okay, Daniel, you're up, Daniel. And so we got up to go, and I heard the kid say to his mom, hey, Mom, that's really Daniel, and he's wearing a Daniel Tiger shirt. It was just really cute. So yeah, lots of fun memories with this little tiger here. And so Danny has since outgrown these plushies, and so when we were cleaning out his collection, he kind of said, Mom, I don't want these anymore. And I wasn't about to toss them or whatever, give them away, because these hold special memory for me, for mom, and they're in really great condition. So I decided to put them in the washing machine with Draft, and I am keeping this set of 4 Daniel Tiger plush, and I actually just display them in the bassinet around the side with my babies. So I thought it would be cute to display with my Daniel Reborn. So this is Daniel Tiger. I think, he really played. You could see there's all lint all over them, but he really played with these a lot. So there's Daniel Tiger. There's Katarina Kitty Cat. She's in really great condition. He really held on to, he had a lot of other ones. Eventually I bought him like the talking one, and there was a sleeping one, and he had so many toys, so many things. This is actually Daniel Tiger's tiger. So this is Tiggy. And in the show, he's small. He's not the same size as them. Daniel Tiger goes to bed with Tiggy, takes Tiggy everywhere. It's his plush toy. And then, of course, can't forget about his best friend, Prince Wednesday. Right? Is it Prince Wednesday or Tuesday? Wednesday. Yeah, he's got the W on his belt, so it's Prince Wednesday. I'm surprised that his glasses stayed on, guys. Maybe I should borrow them because I need some. I need some glasses. So that's Prince Wednesday. So I just wanted to show you guys and tell you a little story about my little plushies here and how I acquired them, and they will all be staying with me. So I will put them back in there, and then I will fix them. Okay, so let me show you the outfit that I got for Daniel. So yesterday, now when I was in the store, okay, the last time, I seen this material, but in a different print. So I searched for it online, and I did come across the print that I actually wanted. However, they were sold out of the newborn size that I needed, and it has a zipper. So I couldn't do any other size, but I wanted the stitch design, which they did not have. So I did not see this one in the store last time. This is adorable. So I grabbed it. They had it in newborn size, so we're going to try it on and see how it looks. So this, guys, is Bluey. So this is a Bluey sleeper, and it actually is in that bamboo viscose fabric that I love so much. So, and yes, I got it at Walmart. Now, of course, it's not as like soft, as the, copper pearl or stuff like that, but it still isn't soft, and it has that slinky feel. It is a very thin material, which is fine. And it looks like it'll fit really well. And the leg is a nice, look at that. That's the proper size for newborn leg. Okay? Not the short Carter shorts that we've been getting, right? Which, by the way, those pants, the doggy pants, went to Stitch. He is wearing them. So those are Stitch's pants because they ain't gonna fit on any of my babies. So that is the proper length, I feel. So this is Bluey, and for anybody that doesn't know Bluey, that is also another, kitty cartoon. I do know quite a few adults that do enjoy this show, including Taddy. So we love this show as well. We watched every episode of the show. It's a really cute show, and on this sleeper, they are actually playing a game called Keepy Uppy. And it's just a balloon, and they got to keep it going, keep it in the air. So that's Bingo. That's the main character. No, this is Bingo. Bluey is the main character. So that's Bluey, and then that's Bingo upside down there. If I could find her straight up. Let me see. No, she looks like she's upside down everywhere. But that's Bluey, and no, I keep going backwards. That's Bingo, and this is Bluey. Bluey and Bingo are sisters, right? Okay, got it right. There's quite a few episodes that I absolutely love that I think are so funny. One is the ice cream episode, where they're too worried about getting licks from each other's cone. Well, actually, Bluey just wants a lick of the other girl's cone. And they go around in circles, and before you know it, her ice cream melts and's on the floor, and then she wants her dad's ice cream cone. So that one was funny. And I also like the Chinese food one. Do you know the name of that episode?
I think it's.
Takeout.
No, it's. I forgot, they don't call it takeout. They call it something else.
I forgot what it's.
Takeaway or
Takeaway. Yeah, the takeaway Chinese restaurant. Takeaway. I think that's what it's called. But it's a really adorable show. Really cute. So whereas I don't usually like dogs or cats on my baby's wear stuff, I do love this show. So this is an exception. So it's a really cute outfit. So it has blue in it, obviously, and then a little bit of the brown and orange, and then the red, or I don't know, the material's so thin, honestly, that it looks more like a washed out kind of dark pink balloon, which is good. But I think it's adorable. So we're going to try it on him. So let's take off what he has on. So you guys can see through here. You see, it's kind of like, you see my fingers? There you go. It's really thin, but I think it'll work. Let's try it, okay? So I have my baby. Let me roll him over here. Oh wow, you can really see the highlights there, guys. Look, when I bend over. When I bend over, you can really see those highlights there. Look at that. Babe, you got to bend over to see these highlights.
You
Yeah. When's back to school? Wednesday's going to be our party day. Party, party. Jason's counting the hours. Would you say 72 hours? He's counting the hours. Yeah, you know, I didn't just get this wig for YouTube, you know. Okay, so we're going to take this off of him. What are you doing? Reading news? Anything new? You know, mostly the news is all, you know.
Just listen to music.
Oh. I mean, I do, you know what, though? I am guilty of, I do like to watch the news in the morning, okay? I kind of like to know what's going on. You know, I like to know what's going on in the world. And, you know, sometimes that it's devastating. You know, sometimes occasionally, you know, they sprinkle in the little bit of, you know, happy news or, you know, good news in between. So that's good, you know. Usually the local news, I think, has better stories, you know, more positive stories than like the world news. So here is baby Daniel, such a fussy little baby. And as you see, I did cut the ones. And the new mommy of Tommy, I'll let you know ahead of time, he does have a long sleeve onesie on like this that I did cut the mitts off because these were way too long. But that was before, obviously, I knew that, you know, he was going to a new home. But anyway, you know, you could just fold it, you know, fold it up or take it off and whatever you wish. But I left it on him underneath, you know, what I sent him home in. But just so you're, you know, aware of it, I want you to open it and be like, oh, geez, you're giving me a cut onesie here. But I can't wait to see that baby on your new channel. Not your new channel, your channel. It's going to be new to your channel. Okay, so let's, well, he doesn't need socks. Let's take these socks off. So it was hot here today, guys. It was hot, right? Like 90? 95 today. Does this have mittens? And I believe it's going to be like that, right?
It's going to be 100 tomorrow.
Ooh. It's going to be 100 tomorrow. Ugh. I'm sorry, guys. I'm just looking for a pair of mittens that might I need mittens so bad, so badly. Let's see. Where's the ones I just took off for you? Okay, those are gonna have to do. I think I had another pair of those. I can't wait for the colder weather to use these fuzzy socks. I bought these fuzzy socks at Carter's. Okay. So let's put feet in first. Feet first. Feet first. Let's see. The feet seem a little big, but that's because this is a cuddle baby. I have to remember that when I buy clothes, you know, because it's not going to fit like, well, it's fitting good so far as the feet. And I want to say that I don't know if all my cuddle babies are the same size now as far as the body type, you know, because I think Anna makes like an 18 to 19 inch and then a 19 to 20. So it's really just a little bit of difference, but what I mean by that is like if it's a little too big on him, I think that Dominic's body is slightly bigger, so it might work a little better if this one doesn't work, you know. But so far, so good. I think that's just bunching up there on his. Let's hope it fits you, little Daniel, because I think this is going to look adorable on you. And then, so how hot is it going to be? So it's going to be like that for how long, you think? A week? Tuesday is going to be 100 too? And then when is the fall weather coming? Well, at least till then, I'll have my pumpkin, my cold foam pumpkin. See, I have a hair in my mouth. See, this is what I can't stand the hairs. I don't know, like. All right. So let's see. I think we can zipper them up and let's see what we got here. Let's see if it works or not. I like that this has the cover on the top. I like when they do that because, you know, again, the chin. Okay, so it seems a little bit, the sleeves are good, I think. Let's put these mitts that I found. Now, I wish I had I think I might steal the blue mitts from Jack to put on him. Yeah, so I'm not going to put the mitts on right now, but we could just cover his hands like that with the actual outfit and see. So let's see if it's way too big or not. I mean, this kind of material you could kind of fold too in the middle, so let's see. I think it's a pretty good fit. Yeah, I mean, it's a little bit, you know, in here, but I think it'll work. I think it's adorable. And look at that. And for the bamboo fabric, oh, he looks adorable. I mean, you know, if he was to sit up, this would be bunched, but he's going to be laying down, you know, and I could tuck it and figure it out because I think it's adorable, you know, and it's not too baggy. And I like the thinner material, to be honest with you. I feel like the bulky, like I just tried to, two outfits from Burt's Bees, and while they are adorable, I find that I'm not liking the kind of jogging material, jogging pant, jogging, what's it called? Sweatsuit. Sweatshirt, that type of bulkiness. Like Dominic has the burgundy one on right now, and while I love the colors, I honestly can't say how long that'll be sticking around. I just don't like the style of it, I guess. The colors and the print, and I wanted to try a new brand. That's kind of what pushed me, and the price point was great. So those things combined kind of pushed me to say, push the button and say, okay, let's try it, Sandra. But for me and my taste with my babies, I just don't like the sweatshirt, sweatpant type look. I'd much rather, like, this is more my look, like the nice, the thinner materials, the bamboo. Although I don't want to say that because I love the fleece. So I would say fleece and bamboo are safe materials for me. I don't like, the legging material, see, I'm all over the place. I guess that has to do with the style too as well, guys. It's not just one thing or another. It's like kind of like the wig, right? It's not just about the color and the highlights and the curls and the style and the bangs and everything. It's about the complete look. It's not about just one thing. So I think, the same goes for the baby's clothes. So while I love this, I love the thinner material, I love the bamboo, I don't really care for zippers that much, but I'll deal with it on this outfit because I like everything else about it. Same thing with this. I love the fleece, love this design, and it's just everything put together. Now, I can't say I will love every fleece, or every, I don't think anybody could say that anyway. But definitely do not like the jogging suit material. Like, I just got these Gap leggings in a knit, rib knit. These are really cute and soft. And then I have this shirt to go with it. A big deal, kind of a big deal. And somebody will be going in this soon. Probably Dominic next, because he gets a new outfit next. But, and nobody wore that yet. And then they each have a fleece sleeper for the winter, so that's good. And then they each have their Christmas outfits, and it's still, even though I sold Tommy, it's still gonna be 4 babies because I'm getting the one for Christmas, so it'll still work out as 4. And I think that's a nice number in my nursery anyway, 4. It gives me the chance to really, spend time. Wildfire in Florida. I just got news break or something, babe. You better check that out. Wildfires in Florida. I didn't know they got wildfires. I thought it was just hurricanes. Wow. It's crazy everywhere. Oh my. With this heat here too, we have to worry about that, right? It's still wildfire season here. Till when? October? So if anybody is interested in this bluey outfit, they also have the Stitch print. They have, I think, Minnie Mouse, Winnie the Pooh, and they had a Halloween one. And something else that's popular. Mickey Mouse, maybe, and Pluto. Really cute, really nice fabric. I would recommend this one. And for the price, they were $9.98. So for $10, you got a nice bamboo type sleeper. Really, really cute. So they are available on the website at walmart.com. So guys, I guess that's it for today. Had a nice little hour video. Got a lot of story time in that hour. Packed full of story time today. So, this is adorable. I'm going to cut the tag off of that and I'm going to keep it. I kept the tag on because I wasn't sure how it was going to fit, so I didn't want to, take it off. Also want to mention, I did not wash this, obviously, because the tag's still on. So I did not wash this yet. I don't know if it'll shrink or not. Usually the bamboo doesn't. I don't know. It really depends. I don't want to ruin this though. I don't want to like fade the colors out because I like the colors. So we'll see if I'm gonna wash it or not. I don't know. Usually I do, but I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. All right, guys. So thank you for watching today. I hope you enjoyed my new hair, my new wig. Oh, it's so beautiful. Actually, you know, with the air conditioner on, it's not really that hot. The way I don't think it really gets you that hot anyway. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. I don't want to ruin it though, so I don't want to wear it just like randomly around, you know. But I think it's really pretty. Let me know in the comments below what you think of my new wig. And that too is available on Amazon. And I will be back, guys. Probably not. I know I'm always doing a Saturday video now. No. Hopefully that's not going to be any more because like I said, once they go back to school, I could do them whenever I want. So not doing a video tomorrow, Sunday, and then maybe Monday or Tuesday. I forgot when they said that they have to go to open house. I don't know, but then Danny will be home, so that won't work. So it might just be that Wednesday is my next video. I don't know. I'll try to be back Monday if possible, but definitely not tomorrow. And besides, this is going up late, so most of you will probably watch this on Sunday anyway. But, so maybe I'll be back Monday. If not, then probably Wednesday. So I will see you guys then. Thank you for watching as always. And don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, tell your friends, and we'll see you next time on Little Meatballs Nursery. Bye-bye, everybody. Take care.